Hello and welcome to Yoga with Ian. I've been asked by several people about lower back pain, which is becoming very problematic at the moment. We're all spending far too much time at home, indoors, sitting. I'm getting sciatica back a little bit, so it's a good time for me to revisit this. Nearly all back trouble stems from loss of muscle tone in the abdomen. And from my perspective, muscle tone here is all about breath. To understand what I mean by muscle tone isn't what is when everybody's looking and you think, oh, I ought to look like this. Muscle tone is when you think nobody's looking and it all goes, bleh, it hangs, it's at rest. Okay, so that muscle tone really is the key thing. And as I said, from my point of view, it's all about breath. So when you're breathing, try not to breathe into the chest like that. Try and breathe down into the abdomen. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. That's the key thing for the back. And movement. Lots and lots of movement. As much movement as you can manage. The worst thing you can do is lie in bed stiff, unable to move. So definitely lots of movement. Anyway, come to comfortable cross-legged, hands wherever they're most comfortable for you. Palms either up or down, doesn't really matter, as long as the elbows drop back and the shoulders can relax away from the ears. Inhale, rise up tall through the crown of the head. So you're getting tall, not collapsing in that lower spine. You're inhaling. And exhaling, keeping that length in the spine. Close the eyes, follow the breath. Every inhale, getting taller. Every exhale, keeping that length in the spine. Good. Inhaling and exhaling, following the breath at your pace. At the end of the next exhale, gently open the eyes. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, the left hand slightly behind. Remember what I said about breath. So inhale, lengthen up, nice and tall with the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, turn to look over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, swapping the hands as you do so. Exhaling, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back through center, then exhaling as you do so, looking over the left. Inhale back through center, swapping hands. Exhaling, looking over the right. Inhale to center, roll over onto all fours. Come onto hands and knees. Knees directly below hips, wrists directly below shoulders, so you're that nice upright shape. We'll do a few cat-cows, ordinary cat-cows to begin with. Inhale, open the chest forward, pull the shoulders back, drop the spine, look up high to the top corner of the room ahead of you. Even though the spine is dropping and you're trying to get that lovely dip in the spine, you're pushing back on the hips, keeping that abs engagement. Good. Exhaling, arching the spine up towards the ceiling, as though somebody's pulling you up from the middle of the back by a rope. Let the chin and the chest come, the chin come to the chest, head and tailbone drop. Good. Inhale. Opening forward, pulling the shoulders back, dropping the spine, looking up high. Good. Continue those movements, following the breath, really stretching, accentuate the hip movements as much as you can. Good. Inhaling. Good. And one last exhale. Come to center. Imagine for a minute you are stuck in a tunnel and there is a piece of chalk on the tailbone. Start to draw circles with the piece of chalk on the tunnel, on the ceiling of the tunnel. Good. Exaggerate the movements as much as you can. Try and draw big circles, really moving around. So if you can't see it properly, you should be able to see me from here. So you're moving the hips around. Good. If you can, move the shoulders in the opposite direction. It's as though you had a piece of chalk between the shoulder blades or at the base of the neck. And you're drawing figures of 8, getting as much movement as you can into the spine. If you want to add variations, feel free. You might be able to swoop down to one side. Good. Go in the opposite direction if you can. Get as much movement, twisting and turning as you can. Yes, and if you're suffering with your lower back, you may get 1 or 2 twinges. Do what you can. Always go to your edge. Don't go to somebody else's. Good. Coming to center and stillness. Inhale, stretch the right hand forward, palm facing to the left, pulling the top shoulder back. Exhale the hand down. Inhale the left hand, palm facing to the right, pulling the top shoulder back. Exhale the hand down. Inhale the right hand, push out the left heel. I'll be sideways on. Right hand, left heel. Lengthen, push the heel away. Reach forward with the middle finger. Lengthen so much that you feel the abdomen lengthening, stretching. Push the heel away, reaching forward with the middle finger. Good. Release the hand and the knee down to the ground. Stretch out the left hand, push out the right heel. Same again, pushing the heel away, reaching forward, trying to get the abdomen to wake up. Good. Release the hand and the knee down to the ground. Stretch out the right hand, push out the left heel. Bend the knee, the foot rises up, sweep or swim the hand around, ankle, top of the foot, or if you can, interlace fingers with toes. Lift the foot high into the air, opening the chest. Good. Release the hand and the knee down to the ground. Stretch out the left hand, push out the right heel. Bend the knee, the foot rises up, sweep or swim the hand around, ankle, top of the foot, or if you can, interlace fingers with toes. Lift the foot high into the air, opening the chest. Good. Release the hand and the knee down to the ground. Tuck toes under, lift the knees, push hips back, rise up, downward dog. Pedal the feet, walking on the spot. Any variation you have on this to warm up the hips, please feel free. Good. Coming to stillness, taking baby steps, walk up towards the top edge of the mat. Keep the knees bent, feet hip width apart. Allow the head to hang. Hold opposite elbows and gently swing the body from side to side. So you're getting movement in the lower spine and the hips. Good. Coming to center and stillness. Keep the chin tucked to the chest. Start to uncurl the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Good. Once you are up, lift the chin off the chest. Bring the arms up high. Release and sweep the arms down either side. Good. Keep the feet hip width apart. Hands on hips. Imagine you have a brandy glass and you are swirling brandy around the glass. Go round, go as deep into the edges as you can. The bigger the swirl, the better. And you might find there are tightnesses. For me, I usually find it on this side here. So if you're feeling a bit tight, sway around, just fiddle about with that bit there. And then just keep going around. Nice big circles, swirling, getting movement into the hips. Good. Once you've gone around in one direction, go back the other. And again, if you feel any particular tightnesses for yourself, just stick there and go, yeah, try and work into that. This is a nice, easy, simple exercise to do. And is good. Good. Coming to stillness. Feet parallel, ideally big toes touching. Step the right foot over the left. Have a hand width distance between the feet. Hips, shoulders parallel front edge of the mat. Right palm faces out. Inhale up, past the wall, past the ceiling, top corner of the room. Stretching right the way over. Look up to the inside of the arm. Reach down with the left fingertips. You're pushing the right hip to the side, lengthening out the whole of the right hand side. And we're bending the spine, getting a little bit more movement into the spine again. Good. Exhale, release the hands. Step the foot back. Take the left foot over the right. Hand width distance between the feet. Hips, shoulders, parallel front edge. Left palm faces out. Inhaling up. Past the wall, past the ceiling. Top corner of the room. Good. Reach down with the right fingertips. Look up to the inside of the arm. Push the hip to the left. Good. Stretching the left side. Exhale. Release the hands. Step the foot back. Feet parallel, ideally big toes touching. Nearly all of those movements are about spine movement, trying to get twists and turns and bends into the spine. Inhale, stand tall, where you feel confident inside. So you want to be tall this way. Good. Try not to arch the back like that, and try not to be slumped. Try not to lean one way or the other. You want to be nice and upright, perpendicular, but relaxed, engaged. So the muscles are not tense, they're just waiting for your commands. Good. Take an inhale. Push down with the heels of the feet, the heels of the toes. Get the breath and the engagement of the muscles to work up from the calves, through the thighs, abdomen, chest, rising up, crown of the head towards the ceiling, getting taller and longer. Arms down by the sides, palms face forward. Good. Stand tall, where you feel confident inside. That self-confidence is so important. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Sweep the hands sideways or forwards, doesn't matter which, depends upon the space you're in. Lifting up high, stretching towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Reaching up with the crown of the head. Exhale, swan dive down. Bending at hips, bend knees if need be. Inhale, flat spine, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, stepping back. Right foot as far as you can, followed by left foot. Everybody's in a nice firm plank again. Good. Push the ground away. Now push the heels away, so you're engaging all the muscles in the breadth and the length of the back. Good. Drop knees down to the ground. Bring the body forward, eyes of elbows face forward. Lower chest and chin down to the ground. Come into your 8-point pose, Ashtangasana. Inhale through, low cobra. Lengthen, big toes come together to touch. Try not to yank with the heels too much. Let them drop out a little bit to the sides. Hands off the mat. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Good. Release the hands. Tuck toes under, bend knees, push hips back, downward dog. 5 breaths. The body is in the shape of a triangle. On the inhalation, you're pushing the 3 points of the triangle away from each other. Heels of hands, heels of feet, down to the ground. Sit bones to the sky. The exhalation allows you to go deeper into the pose. For most of us, that is abdomen closer to thighs, forehead closer to the ground. Good. Inhale, rise up tiptoes, bend at the knees, push hips back, step forward, right foot to the front of the mat, followed by left. Inhale, flat spine, hands to shins. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, sweeping out with the arms, forwards or sideways, doesn't matter which. Hands come up high, dropping the shoulders, palms come together. Exhale, hands down through to the heart center. Good. For a rest, new inhale, sweeping the hands down and out. Either sideways or forwards, shoulders away from the ears, palms come together. Exhale, swan dive down, bending at hips, bend knees if need be. Inhale, flat spine, hands to shins, flatten that back out, push the hips out, feel the stretch in the hamstrings, try and get your back so it is nice and flat. If you have a mirror handy, use it. Good. Exhale, hands down, stepping back, left foot as far as you can, followed by right foot. Again, you're in this nice firm plank. Pushing the ground away, pushing the heels away. If you're pushing the heels away and your body is nice and straight, it means your abdomen is engaged. Good. So avoiding either this, where you collapse, or doing this. So you want to be nice and straight. And again, if you have a mirror nearby, it's handy to use. Good. Keep pushing the ground away. Rise up through the shoulders. Keep them engaged all the way across. Drop knees down to the ground. Bring the body forward, eyes of elbows face forward, lower chest and chin down to the ground, 8-point pose. Inhale through, lengthen, stretch. hands off the mat. Good. Take another inhale, lengthen with the toes, lengthen with the crown of the head, and try to get taller. Lengthen up, stretch. Good. Release the hands down, tuck toes under, bend knees, push hips back. Downward dog. Take 5 breaths. Again, body is in the shape of a triangle. On the inhalation, you're pushing the heels of the hands, heels of the feet into the ground. Sit bones coming up higher, making that triangle bigger. Exhale. Abdomen closer to thighs. Forehead closer to the ground. Good. Inhale. Bring the body forward. Lift the hips, tip toes, bend the knees, push hips back, and step forward. Left foot to the front of the mat, followed by right. Inhale, flat spine, hands to shins. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, scooping up with the arms. Palms coming up high into the air, forward to the crown. Exhale, hands down through to the heart center. Good. Come to the center of the mat. One of my favorite things, which is not yoga, and for those of you who know this, you'll be going, oh no, yes. Interlace the fingers, place them on top of the head. If you can, you're going to not use the hands, so keep the hands up here on top of the head. Cross one ankle over the other. Slowly, smoothly and gently come down to seated. Take your time. Try not to bump the last bit. Good. Now smoothly, slowly and gently, so that you could change your mind at any time. Come back up to standing. Again, if you have to use the hands, use the hands, but try not to. If you are using the hands, try to do with just one. If you have to, use 2. Change the cross of the ankles, and I'll just wait for you to catch up. Good. Slowly, smoothly and gently come down to seated. Good. Release the hands. Take the left foot under the right thigh or right buttock, sit bone. Right foot cross over. When you're seated, this is the place you can damage the spine most easily, so it is important you've got both sit bones firmly down to the ground. If you can't, then you keep that right foot in front of the left thigh. If you can, you bring it back. Good. Take hold of the knee with both hands. Inhale, lengthen up with the crown of the head. Get tall. Exhale, bring that knee in closer. Good. Use the left hand, wrap it around that knee. Inhale, lengthen up again. Get tall. Try and turn so that the belly button is looking over that thigh. Lovely. Good. You have various choices. You can either stay here, or if you wish to go a little bit deeper, you can inhale, lengthen up with the left arm, and drop the elbow over that knee. I often use the right hand to pull the knee in closer. And potentially you can stay here. You might take the hand to the glute. You might take the hand down the side of the leg and see if you can step on the fingers with the outside edge of the foot. Or if you have bind in your practice, you might take the arm through and wrap the right arm behind you and see if you can get the left hand to hold the wrist of the right. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently look over the right shoulder, wherever you are. Good. Release the hands. Just twist over a little bit to the left. Change over. Tuck the right foot underneath, left over the right. Again, if both sit bones are on the ground, great, fine. If they're not, don't go so deep. Go to just here. Go to your edge. Bring that left foot in. If you're able to, take hold of the knee with both hands. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull the knee in close towards the chest. Again, if you wish to go deeper and are able to, wrap the right arm around. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning so that the belly button is looking over that left thigh. Good. Again, if you wish to go further, and you can, inhale, stretch up with the right arm. Exhale, drop the elbow. Use the left arm if you need to tuck it in deeper. Good. And again, you may wish to just stay here. You may take the hand to the glute. You may take it to the outside edge of the foot to see if you can step on the fingers. Or if you have bind in your practice, feel free, take that arm through the gap, left arm behind, and see if you can get the right hand to hold the wrist of the left. Inhale, wherever you are, exhale. Turn to look over the left shoulder and hold for a few seconds. Good. Release. Twist over. And do that twist in the spine. Release the legs. Come down to lying down in Shavasana. Feet between hip and mat width apart wherever you're comfortable. Let the toes drop out. They may not drop out much. Depends upon your body. And lie down. Arms slightly out to the sides. Palms face up. Close the eyes and gently follow the breath. Good. Allow the body to sink into the ground. Keep that tension out of the body. Lovely. Keep following the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. A lifetime is not what happens between the moments of birth and death. A lifetime is one moment between two breaths. The present, there, here, the now. That is all the life there is. Live each moment in full, in peace, in kindness, without regret. On the next inhalation, follow the breath into the head, throat, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands. Feel the life in the hands. Stretch the fingers. Allow for the exhale. On the next inhalation, follow the breath into the head, throat, chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, calves, feet. Feel the life in the feet. Stretch the toes. Allow for the exhale. On the next inhalation, sweep the arms up high overhead and keeping the eyes closed, roll over to one side. Still keeping the eyes closed, come up to a comfortable seated position. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, bring them up high into the air, palms coming together, forward of the crown. Exhale, bring them down past the third eye, nose, mouth, throat, to the heart center. The life in me recognizes the life in you as one. Namaste.